This is Nicole with Live with eCom Sellers, and this is Print on Demand Mastery. This is session 11. Now, session 11 actually may end up being broken down into two pieces because there's a lot of technical stuff that is going to happen in this session. The biggest piece of this is I want to encourage you to follow along, break out your laptop, because writing down notes is helpful, but this is one of those action do's because it is a technical session. When I say technical, we're talking about automation. We're talking about using AI to help with automation. And with that, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's got to happen. So we're going to get through at least letting the AI create some designs for us and product descriptions and titles. And then we may have to do a hard stop there. And I will send you a video for the second half, which is connecting it to your Printful or Printify store to have it auto-generate. But we'll at least get the designs. I need to get everybody through the design portion. So please make sure you have your laptop handy. This will require a laptop, not a phone. And again, if you're going to go back and listen to the replay, make sure you hit pause and then take the action steps right then, and then hit play again, and then hit pause. And then, so you're going to have to step through that. So before we get too far into the weeds on some of the stuff that we're going to be covering, just some basics. Most of you may have heard about the fact that you can generate designs with AI. A lot of people have been using Midjourney. There's Valley 2. There's a lot of different tools that are out there that will allow you to create designs. The key to creating the designs is giving the AI good prompts so that the AI knows exactly what to do. So today I'm going to give you the specific prompt just so we can make sure that the AI actually does what we want it to do. But there's some AI tools that are absolutely free out there, and some of them have limited use and freeness, and then there are paid ones. My plug for you is that I know that, trying to think, AppSumo has a lot of different AI tools that are continuing to be added to the platform, and some of them have lifetime subscriptions. I love lifetime subscriptions because then I don't have to pay every single month. So I have a couple of accounts that are AI that offer lifetime subscriptions. You can get one of those, definitely do it. I get a couple. The great thing about some of those lifetime subscriptions is as that platform or that tool continues to evolve, those people with the lifetime subscriptions will most likely have access to those upgrades and enhancements. I won't say that that's the case 100% of the time, but it is the case part of the time. So in any case, in order to get the AI to produce a design that you want or art that you want, you have to get good at prompts. You will have prompts in your back office. My VA is working on that. And you'll have a list of e-commerce related prompts to help you with writing or with typing in your prompts into the line inside of the AI tool. Okay, so some of the sites we're going to be talking about tonight or today as part of class is we're going to be talking about Make and Integrament. Now, I've actually used Integrament before. I've used it in our summits. Integrament is very similar to Zapier, if you've heard of Zapier. Zapier is sort of a web hook. What that means is that it will connect one application to another application so that they can do different things. An example might be you could set up a connection from your Gmail or Outlook account to go into a spreadsheet if you are like waiting for people to email you about, maybe you've posted something and people are supposed to email you and put a certain thing in the subject line. So maybe in the subject line, it's something like win tickets to the circus. And so you have to specifically, implicitly write win tickets to the circus in the subject line. Well, you can set up a webhook that when your email inbox receives that it extracts the email address of the person who sent the email and puts them into a spreadsheet, so then you can use that to send automated emails. Or you can set up a webhook so that when it comes into your Gmail account, that it automatically goes to whatever your secondary email provider is, creates a contact list automatically, and automatically sends them a reply because they went through those steps. There's just so many cool things that Zapier can do. The problem is Zapier costs an arm and a freaking leg. It does. It costs a lot. So Integrament came out, I think it was 4 years ago, maybe, as a alternative to Zapier. And I got it through AppSumo. And it does the same thing. It doesn't have as many integrations, but it does have several integrations. And they were bought out by a company by the name of Make. So I have 2 accounts. One is under my old Integrament account, which is kind of semi-hosed right now because they're working through the transition. Because I have existing webhooks in place. I already have stuff in place under my ClickFunnels account. And then I had to set up a new one just so we can do today's exercises. So anyway, Make is the tool that we're going to be creating accounts. And I'm going to suggest and encourage you to create a free account with Make so we can implement a little bit of automation today. Canva, most of you already signed up for that. We talked about that way back in session 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, if you don't have a Canva account by now, then I don't know what to say. And then Printify, we talked about Printful because Printful was the one that we were going through the exercises with just to get a feel for, uploading a design to Printful and then having it superimposed onto a product and seeing what it would look like. So we're going to set up an integration between AI, Make, and Printify. Okay? Probably also do one with AI, Make, Printful as well. Deep AI, we're not using that, but we are going to use open AI today. And I'm going to talk about that. Somebody raised their hand, but I think they took their hand down. So, okay. All right. So, I'm going to just jump into what I need you to do because I want to make sure we at least get through the majority of this before I have to leave. But just know that I will send you the rest of whatever we don't get through today. Okay. So the first thing I want to encourage you to do, let me just log out of this somewhere. We're going to do this together. Save. Oh, yes, I do want to save. Hold on, me and my computer not. Yes, I do want to save my scenarios. Okay. All right. So there is a site by the name of Make. And if you go to make.com right now, you can create a free account. Okay. So Make pricing. I should really have an affiliate link. I know I'm doing this all wrong. Most people that are like affiliate marketers and all this other stuff, they would have an affiliate link for you. And under normal circumstances, I would. But you know what? My life has not been my life for a couple of weeks now. So at some point, I will have that out there. But for right now, I just want you to go create an account. All right. So when you create your account with Make, you can set up a free account. And they will allow you up to 1,000 operations a month, absolutely free. So each time you're like doing an integration with whatever tool that you're integrating with, and you're sending a request from that tool to another tool. So an example of sending a request is the example I gave you at the beginning. If someone sends you an email with the subject line, I forgot what I said, win tickets to the circus or something like that in the title, and that comes into your email inbox, you set up an automation that automatically forwards it over to a spreadsheet or to something else. So that first operation is setting up that webhook that is going to your Gmail account where the emails are coming into, okay? Then you have the transaction of sending it across to the spreadsheet. All of those are sort of operations. And so as you are thinking about your e-commerce business and what you want to do when it comes to your print on demand, how many designs you want to create, you want to be mindful that you're probably going to hit a threshold with this 1,000. Feels like 1,000 is a lot. It does feel like it's a lot. But if you have an integration to another integration to another integration to another integration to another integration, that's 5 already. And then once you do the submit and each one of them executes whatever they're going to execute, like that 1,000 is going to be used up pretty quickly. Now you could pace yourself and, do the math. I love doing math and figure out how many can I execute through this setup that I create before I hit my 1,000. And that way you can, set up your automation so that you don't hit the cap. That number could be 200. That number could end up being 100. Depends on how many integrations you have. So you might be able to get 100 products out of the free account. So I'm just putting that out there if there's a free option. There's also a paid option that allows you up to 10,000 operations, and you can decide if you want to pay for the 10,000 or not. I ultimately had to only because, I paid for it on my other account. The one that we're using today is actually the free one, so I didn't pay for it on the free one. So I am using a free account as today's demonstration, and it works just fine, but I know I'm going to hit a threshold. When you hit the threshold, that means it won't send any more messages from one application to another, and it will not execute any more steps that you're telling it to do. So that's just why I want you to know. And again, it's per month, so you have to do the math. But you can sign up for any of these accounts. We're going to start off with the free one is what my suggestion is today. You can decide to upgrade later on, okay? The other thing that I need you to do is I need you to go ahead and sign in to ChatGPT. And you're like, I've never logged into ChatGPT. All right, so I'm going to send you, if you can't find Make, if you can't, I'm going to put this into the chat window as soon as I find the chat window. So Make is in the chat window and you can create an account. There's a little button there. Then the next thing is ChatGPT. So if you've never gone to and used ChatGPT, we're going to log into ChatGPT today. Okay. So I have a ChatGPT account. And for those of you that already have a ChatGPT account, you might run into some limits today. That's what I said. You might want to break out the credit card. I have a VA team. They log into my ChatGPT account all the time. And I know that ChatGPT is putting limits. And so you have to go to a paid account to some extent, depending on what it is you want to do. So I don't know if I hit a threshold because of the fact that I have VAs doing work for me and they hit the threshold. And so when I'm trying to do something today, it's not working, meaning my integrations using Make and all these other tools. Or it could be that ChatGPT is saying, look, you need to pay for this. So first, number one, if you've never created a ChatGPT account, please create one. You can go to the link that I provided and you can click on Try ChatGPT. Once you click on Try ChatGPT, it's going to bring up another window. The second window is where you will create your account. Let me log out. Well, I'm already logged in, but where you will create your account. So if I click on Try ChatGPT, because I'm already logged in, it's just going to automatically take me in. So I will log out so you can see what it does. You just log out and log out. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down halfway through that link underneath the words introducing ChatGPT, and it says Try ChatGPT. I click on it and I have a login. Normally there's like a bigger login box, but whatever. I think it's because I was previously logged in. And so you're going to log in. If you don't have an account, you can click on the sign up. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I don't always remember my password, so we'll see what happens today. And it's going to bring you to this page. All right. So if you haven't signed in to Make, let's go ahead and sign in to Make. So we're all on the same page and we're ready to work. No, that's not your password. Now, the third thing that I would have you to do in just a minute is I would have you log into Printify. But again, I don't know how far we're going to get. If you don't have a Printify account, don't create the free one yet. If you do have a Printify account, feel free to log into it, meaning if you already have a paid Printify account. So just putting it out there, if you don't have a free one, don't go create an account yet, okay? All right, so we've logged into Make and we've logged into ChatGPT. Now, if for some reason you couldn't get to the OpenAI, you can actually log into the OpenAI, because we're gonna have to go to the API in just a second. So you can go to OpenAI. I'm already logged in, but if you go to OpenAI, it will bring you to this page. And whatever login ID and password you just created for ChatGPT, you can use it for OpenAI. We are going to have to get our API keys to be able to set up some automation inside of Make. So we will need our API keys, and you will also have to go to OpenAI. All right. So I've given you 3 instructions so far. If you don't have your laptop, please go get it now. Number 1, go over to Make and create a free account. Number 2, go over to OpenAI ChatGPT and create a free account. Number 3, click on the link for OpenAI. You can use the same login ID which you use for ChatGPT to be able to log into OpenAI, because we're going to need an API. I'm going to stop for a second. Who's ready? You can type it in the chat if you're ready. I think I made it so everybody could type. Who's still awake and can hear me just fine? Anybody and everybody? Nobody's here? All right. Okay. Can I get a second yes? Just want to make sure we're at a good place before I start talking a little more, talking through some of this. So is everybody in a good place? Yes? Yes. All right. Got a second yes. That's all I needed. All right. So the next thing that I need you to do is I need you to log into your Gmail account and open up your Google Drive. Now, if you didn't know, when you create a Gmail account, there's the Rubik's Cube, the 9 dots that are clustered together, and those clusters will allow you to click on and navigate down to the Google Drive. If you don't want to go in that way, you can go to Google, just type in your type in Google Drive. And then once you type in Google Drive, you can click. And if you're already logged in, go to Drive. If not, click on Login. Okay. I got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So I want you to decide where you want to put whatever you're about to work on. So for me, you can put it at the My Drive level if you want to. What we're going to do is we're going to create a database that the AI is going to read and execute from. So we just need a Google spreadsheet. We're going to use a plain old Google spreadsheet to do this. All right. So you can click on the plus sign and go to Google Sheets. Now, if you embed this too far, you're going to run into some fun stuff when it comes to connecting it to Make. I'm not saying it won't work, because it will work. I'm just saying you're going to have to click on the plus a whole bunch of times just to navigate to wherever it is. And when I say, navigate too far in, I'm going to give you the example. I set mine up under operations, and I put it under my operations folder. And then I went in and I typed in Make. I made it under here. So I had to go from, as far as the navigation is concerned, I had to go from the My Drive to my eCom sellers operations folder to the next level. Like I had to keep drilling down. And so it had to go find it because I'd gone in about 3 levels. This time, when I do this exercise with you guys, I'm only going to do it from My Drive. I'm just telling you. You can move it later. For right now, I'm just going to put it under My Drive because it was easier to find that way. All right, so I already have it open, and we're going to have a blank spreadsheet. All right, so I'm going to go back to the slides for just a second now that we have a few things open. Okay, we're going to use all this stuff. So the AI, like I said, is going to, we're going to use the AI to, 1, generate an image. We're going to use the AI to create the title, and we're going to use the AI to create a description. We're going to do all of that inside of the AI. And then we're going to possibly today push that all over to Printful and have it do it for us automatically. I mean, it's going to do automatically today. I'm just going to tell you, it will actually generate all of those things, but it will all be standalone. We're going to push it all over to Printful. So every time we add an execution, it's going to push it over. Okay. So you're going to use the AI tool to create images, titles, descriptions, and then you're going to decide which products you want to put that on as well in the integration. I'm going to skip through a bunch of this because we are not going to go through it. But what I will say is when we are done, what we set up is going to look a little bit like this. We're going to see a Google Sheet that we're starting with as the input. ChatGPT, the first one is going to be creating the image for us. The second one we connect is going to be creating the title. The third one we connect is going to be creating the description. And then we're going to be connecting it to Printify to push it over to create the products and then the automatic fulfillment. So we're literally going through those steps. Okay. So I'm going to go straight to the end so we can do this together. Okay. Hold on. Just going straight through. We'll come back and talk about all this some other day. All right, so the first thing, I don't know how much of this you can see, but I'm going to exit out of this and go into the first thing that we're going to do. Okay, so we created our OpenAI account. Hopefully you already logged into it. And then we set up our free Make account. Hopefully you already logged into it. Then we have a Google spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and get our Google spreadsheet. Okay. So AI needs prompts, instruction on what to do and how to do what to do. So before we connect this to Make and do some stuff, we're actually just going to play with the AI tool if you have never done that before. So we're going to go over to ChatGPT, and down here is where you can type what it is you're looking for. If you want it to give you a title, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something like vintage cars or I don't know, different flavors of cough drops. There we go, because I was coughing earlier. Okay, so we're going to give it a prompt to do some stuff for us. If you want it to I'm trying to think of the words that I want to say. Sometimes when you're using AI tools, you have to tell it who you need it to speak as, or who you need the input to come back as. So an example might be act or respond as though I'm a scientist, or act as though I'm a scientist, act as though I'm a car salesman, act as though I am a CPA. And then that's the first part of this prompt. Act as though I am this, whatever this is. And then you're going to tell it what it is you want it to do. So act as though I'm a car salesman and give me a script for selling a brand new, I don't know, for selling a 2023 Prius that has no tires or something crazy. And give me a 100-word script give me a 100-word script to sell a Prius, a 2023 Prius that has no tires, and then go. And you hit enter and it spits out a bunch of stuff, and you'll get some crazy responses. People have done all kinds of stuff with this chat GPT. So I'm going to type that, act as though I am a car salesman and give me a script, a 100-word script to sell a 2023 Prius with no tires. Okay, I have no idea what it's going to do. You never know what it's going to do. But I hit enter and it spits out some stuff. Okay, absolutely. It's a game changer. Not only offer, so at no point does it talk about the fact that it doesn't have tires. Can you tell me more about its features? Okay, so it doesn't mention that it doesn't have any tires. So I would want, and it's top-notch tires. No, it has no tires. So it didn't even notice that I didn't have tires. But the point is, it will spit out a script for you to be able to use. So as we're working on products, we're going to be working on different products. Today's product is we're going to be creating flower canvases, okay? Canvases of flowers. So I'm going to say act as though I am a reseller and give me a product description for a canvas, a flower canvas painting created in 1990 by a famous female painter. Include the color blue. Emphasize. I'm going to say emphasize. I don't know what it's going to do. I can't spell today, guys. The color blue. All right, so I need them to give me a 100-word product description for a blue. Ah, there we go. For a blue, not clue, flower canvas painting created in 1990 by a famous female painter. I have no idea what it's going to do. Okay. All right. So it says that I'm a reseller, but it thinks I'm a reseller at an art gallery, which is okay. I didn't say what type of reseller. So next time I will maybe do like, give me a product description for an Amazon listing. And I might say that instead so that it can figure out that I'm not in an art gallery, that I'm actually an online seller. But the thing that I need you to take away from this is that when you're using AI tools, you're going to need to give it some instruction. You're going to need to tell it what you want, how many words you want sometimes, or how many listing options or whatever, or descriptions. And you have to give it as much detail as possible in order for it to bring back results that are going to help you to create titles and descriptions that will work for the products that you want to sell. I do want to encourage you, I could do one more, but I want to encourage you to play with these tools and to get familiar with how it responds back to you based on what you're telling it. In addition to that, I want you, as soon as I have Aditi upload the prompts, I want you to go take some of those prompts and use it to help you, again, get more comfortable, because I don't care how much automation we do, it's not going to be any good to you if you don't give the AI tool good prompts. I'm going to repeat that again. It doesn't matter how much AI training, so how much automation we put in place. If you don't give the AI tool good prompts, then you're just going to get crap back. And it may not be what it is that you're looking for. Okay? So play with ChatGPT so that you are familiar and comfortable with what the tool can do and what it will give you back. Because in this version of ChatGPT, you can get really good product titles, you can get product descriptions. There's other tools that are out there that will help you with that as well. And based on what we know right now and some stuff that we've been reading, like there's a high probability that by 2025, and we've said this before, that 100% of all the listings on Amazon will be written by AI. And that 100% of the blogs in 2024 will be written by AI. People will not be writing. Like, they'll be editing stuff, but they're not going to write it. That's what's going to potentially happen. So start getting familiar and comfortable with some of these tools to help you on your e-commerce journey. All right. So now that when I say prompt, you're not completely confused about what I mean when I say prompt. So give me a title for a 2023 Prius. Did I already spell Prius? I don't know how to spell this stupid car. I don't have a Prius. For a blue 2023, give me a 5-word title for a 2023 Prius that has no tires. I have no idea. Tireless. Okay, there you go. 5 words, and then it did it very quickly. You're going to be doing some stuff like that to come up with titles. You're going to be doing some stuff like that to come up with descriptions. You're going to be doing some stuff like that to come up with product ideas. All right, so let's get started. The next thing that we're going to do after we've created our account is we're going to go into our spreadsheet, in the spreadsheet that we've made. Give your spreadsheet a name. So I'm going to call this, for me, Make 2.0, because I've already created, it's a database. Okay, database 2.0, Code W. All right, so I don't confuse the one that I already have. Okay. The next thing, once you give it a name, and once you open up the spreadsheet, you give it a name up at the top. And then we're going to be populating the prompts that we need to create or design our product. We're going to do that in column number 1. Okay, so I'm going to call this column number 1, A1. A is down, 1 is across, A1 is the field that I'm typing in. That is the prompt. The next field is column A is down, going across is 2, that's A2, A3, A4, A5. That matters because as you are creating automation, you'll know what the next product is or what the next thing is. It's supposed to try and generate an image for you. Okay. So your header is what's going in your row 1. And we're going to start with just one header. There, over time, as you continue to do this, you'll probably have a couple of different headers, but for right now, we need the prompt that AI is going to use. So your header is called prompt. And in the field A2, we are going to put, and I don't care if you put blue flower canvas, I don't care if you put, I'm going to put flower painting is what I'm going to type, flower painting, because I want the AI to create me a flower painting. And I may say a blue flower painting. That's what I want the AI to create. So our goal is to get the AI tool to pick up the text that's in this field. That's what we're about to do. Okay? Does everybody have at least, we're all going with the flower painting. I don't care if you make it blue, if you want to make it sunflowers, if you want to make it tulips, if you want to make it daisies, I don't care. We're just going with flower painting, and you can say something else about the flower painting. I just said blue. Okay? So does everybody have something in that field right now? You just type in the comments, yes, no, yes, no. Okay. All right. Then the next one, blue is my favorite color too. All right. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is oh, I don't know what's happening. Come on, stop. I have no idea why this show your screen thing is up. There we go. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to Make. For the first time, you're going to be introduced to Make. And we're going to go to scenarios. So when you first create your account, I know that it asked you a bunch of different questions. Just fill them in to the best of your ability. I think it asked you, like, what's the size of your organization and how many employees? I can't remember all the questions, like how many employees do you have, and and stuff like that. And all of that is irrelevant. You're just trying to get past those questions just to get to the tool. So if you're at this place where it looks like this, and you have 1,000 right here, and it's monthly and it says that it's free, you're in the right place. If your screen does not look like this, you need to tell me before we go on. Does your screen look like this? Hopefully it does. All right, so I'm going to assume that your screen does look like that. Now we're going to go over to scenarios, and we're going to click on scenarios. Once we are in scenarios, now we're going to create a new scenario. That is the first thing that we're going to do, and we're going to create a new scenario. It's going to bring up a screen that looks like this. Once you are here, we're going to click on the plus sign. And this is in numeric and alpha order. So we're going to scroll down to where Google Sheets. So we're going to go down to the G's. And we're going to go to where we find Google Sheets. So you have to scroll down. Your little scrolly is over here, barely visible, barely visible. And I'm actually going to redo, that's already at 75. Okay. So, oops. So I'm going to go to my little scrolly, and I'm going to go down to the G's, and I'm going to select Google Sheets. Once you have Google Sheets selected, then the next thing is going to pop up. Hold on, I'm going to catch up with you. Here we go. So the next thing that pops up is it is giving you a whole bunch of different options. For today's exercise, we're going to do, oh, Lord have mercy. We're going to do get a cell. Get a cell is your option that you're going to choose. Get a cell is the field that we were looking at on the spreadsheet. when I was pointing out the A column go down and 1 going across, A column go down and 2 going across, that's where your information is. So the information about this flower is sitting in A2, right? We just said we put in one thing for right now. So the first thing is you have to connect your account. It's going to walk you through. So let me go get the steps for connecting it to, mine's already connected. So sorry, my account's already connected. So how do I connect my account? I'm going to blow this up so you can see. The first thing is you're going to, when you go to Google Sheets, you're going to click on connection, and you're going to click on create a connection. Once you click on connection and create a connection, then it's going to ask you to click on Google Sign In. Normally Google Sign In is like a little blue thing over on the side. So click on Google Sign In, and the pop-up window is going to show up with your Google account. So I made you log in to your Gmail account or to your Google Drive, so you already have a box hopefully open that shows your Google account. Once you find the Google account, and hopefully you're not logged into multiple Google accounts, but if you are, choose the one that you're really going to use, okay? And so once you select the Google account, you have to scroll down to the bottom of that pop-up window and click on Allow. Click on Allow. Let me know when you have completed those steps, and then we'll be able to go on together. We'll be at the same place. No, my screen doesn't. No, my screen doesn't. Your screen doesn't look like mine? Let me unmute somebody. Your screen does not look like mine. Your screen. You can talk. Does your screen look like mine?
Hi, Nicole. No, I have it now. I have this. I just didn't do all of the prompts to log all the way in.
Oh, okay.
I'm in now, but I don't see where are the Google Sheets. I'll see the Google Docs, but I don't see Google Sheets.
So you're gonna have to keep going down.
Mm-hmm. I saw the Google Drive. The Google. Oh, wait a minute.
Keep going down. Google is going to be under G and then S. So if you made it to G and then D, then you got to keep going down. G, and then you got to get down to the Google and then the S's.
Google, then the S's. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Well, oh, okay. I got it. All right. I got it. Okay. So what am I doing now?
All right. So once you get to the Google and the S's, then you're going to get a prompt, and I'm going to show my screen for just a second. And I have to talk through the steps because I've already done the steps, but talking through the steps, you should have an option that says connection. Okay. So click on connection.
Yeah, we need another something.
And then once you click on connection, then you're going to click on create a connection.
Okay.
And then it's going to ask you to connect to your Google account, your Gmail account. So you're going to sign in, your Google account, whichever one you're already signed into. Select that one. And then you have to scroll to the bottom and click on Allow. Scroll to the bottom and click on Allow. So if I go disconnect mine, let me just see if I can make myself do this again.
Are you in Make, or are you in Google
I'm in Make.
Sheets?
So once I click on connect, you'll see this. Do you see this button?
But I don't go ahead, say that again. That button? No.
Yeah, so do you see that? You don't see that?
I don't see that button.
Okay, so it should ask you to make a connection. I'm already connected. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can disconnect. Let me just see if it will let me. I may have to go somewhere else to disconnect. Hold on. Let me just. Organization templates.
Actions, I see actions, but I don't see anything that says connection.
Once you click, do you see a drop down for get a cell?
Okay, maybe I.
Hold on, I'm going to show my screen again. All right, so let me click. I'm going to go to Google Sheets. Do you see, does your screen look like mine right now?
Yes.
Then I click on get a cell.
Oh, okay, that's where it is. Okay.
Then
Okay.
once I click on get a cell, then I should have an option for connections. And so once I click on connections, I'm going to click on add. And when I click on add, I should see a pop-up for log in with Google.
Okay.
Once I click on log in with Google, I'm going to choose, this new window comes up, and I'm going to choose my Gmail account. Oh, it's letting me do all this again. Okay. I'm going to choose my Gmail account, and then I have to scroll down to the bottom and click on the words allow.
I'm there.
All right, we're all there. Okay, good. All right, so hopefully everyone else got that, because I didn't think it was going to let me do it a second time, but okay, it let me do it. So hopefully you saw that.
Oh.
All right.
This technology though, oh my goodness.
Well, it's okay. I mean, but the great thing about this is once you've got it set up, you're literally just going to do rinse and repeat. So if I can get you through this part, then anything else you do beyond this, like if I can get you through this major part, then anything you do beyond this, it's just going to be rinse and repeat. I already have a template. I already have this. I already have that. Like it'll just be like, oh, okay.
This is exciting though.
Oh, okay. All right, well, good. All right, so then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on select from list. Okay. And once you click on select from list, it's going to ask you to choose from your, mine is at my drive level, but your Google Drive. So if you, I said earlier, if you decide that you're going to go and make it several layers into your Google Drive, then you got to go hunt that down. But if you just put it at the My Drive level, then you should be able to find it. And then I have to go to the next field, which is spreadsheet ID. Once I go to spreadsheet ID, I know that it was called make. So I'm going to type in where that little magnifying glass is, and I'm going to type in make. And once I start typing it, database 2.0, which is what I called mine, comes up.
Okay. Wait a minute, I went to the wrong thing. Okay, My Drive. Then I go to the spreadsheet. I'll choose a file. Oh Lord, where is it at? I guess I went to the wrong. I went to the wrong Gmail, maybe.
Maybe if you went to the wrong Gmail, you need to go back up to the connection part and click on the drop down to get to the, you need to click on add and get to the right one.
Oh,
so are you logged into multiple accounts right now?
No, actually, it's, and then I have to say add, right?
Yeah.
Click on add. Okay. Sign in. Okay. Sign into my account. I got the right account. Okay, allow. Okay. And now it says enter manually. I missed that. What was I supposed to select there?
Nope. Yeah, you're going to click on the drop down and you're going to click on select from list.
Okay.
And then you're going to choose drive.
My
drive. And then you're going to
So while we
choose
must, as we do,
spreadsheet,
sort of
your
win this
whatever,
war,
wherever
we
your
should also
spreadsheet is, you
remember
need to
the
go
high
find it.
prices we pay. If the very
So I
foundation
made
of
mine
modern
the
society
words
is destroyed.
make database 2.0 in big letters, so I would
Oh.
easily be able to find it.
Oh,
So whatever
okay.
you named it, you need to type that into the magnifying glass so you
I
can
did
find
the
it.
same exact thing you did. I got it.
Okay. Then once you
Okay.
have it, click on the drop down, and we're only going to do sheet 1. Now, I'm going to stop for just a second, and I'm going to show you, if you've never worked with Google Sheets before, and I'm going to mute you for just a second because I
Okay.
got feedback. So hold on just a second. Just for a second. Mute. Okay. So with spreadsheets, something you need to know is because your spreadsheet is your database, okay? When you create a spreadsheet, at this very bottom down here is you see the words sheet 1 at the very, very bottom of your spreadsheet. If I were to click on the plus sign, that will add a sheet 2. If I click on the plus sign again, that will add a sheet 3. We're not adding multiple sheets today, but you need to know that because the make tool is looking for what sheet number are we working on today. So if you're going to be creating stuff where you're going to put stuff on sheet 2 or sheet 3 or whatever, you need to be able to tell the tool where to find what it is you want it to do. So I'm pointing that out, that the sheet number is down here. When I go back over to make, it asks me what sheet number are we working with. So the only one that shows up is sheet 1. But if I had multiple sheets, the other ones would show up. And then the next thing is the cell. So again, I was pointing out to you earlier that this was column A and this was row 2, which is where we put the words, whatever flower we're doing, we put the words in A2. This field is A2. You can also look right here where I'm circling to see what cell in the spreadsheet this is. What is the field or the cell of the spreadsheet? Okay, so it's called a cell. All right, so it's A2. We're going to type A2 there. Hopefully everybody got that. If you didn't get that, let me know before we click OK. Let me know if you're there or not there. All right. So then the next thing that we're going to do, and so you have right now, you clicked OK, and you have a Google Sheet, and it says get a cell. Is everybody there? I hope so. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on add another module. Okay. So for the second module that we're going to add, when we say add another module, I'm going back to the instructions real quick. Okay. So the next thing after we literally have gone through and we allowed our access to our Google Sheet, we have the green spreadsheet. We did the select from a list and we typed into the field. In the cell field, we typed in A2. Then we click on the Google Sheets and we click on add another module. And now we're going to go over to OpenAI. So if you did not log into OpenAI, you probably want to do that now. So let's go ahead and log into OpenAI if you didn't do it. When you log into OpenAI, not ChatGPT, OpenAI looks like, OpenAI looks like this when you log into it. This is what it looks like. Okay. So when you first log into it, sort of looks like this, and it wants to know what you want to do. Okay. So log into your OpenAI. It was the first or second link that I shared in the chat. ChatGPT was one of the last ones, and this OpenAI also has a little chat feature, which is what I was playing with earlier, but they also have a chat feature over there as well. Now we're going to go back over to Make, and we're going to make our first connection to OpenAI. So we're going to go ahead and click on Add, and we're going to scroll down. Now, if you don't know what I just did, all I did was rest my mouse on top of Google Sheets and went over to the side, the big giant green Google Sheets. And then I clicked on Add another module. Once I clicked on Add another module, this box came up, and I clicked on the words add another module. I'm scrolling down to OpenAI. And then I am going to choose, as soon as I find it, there it is, OpenAI. This green icon is the one we're choosing. Okay. Once I've chosen the OpenAI, then I am going to select create a, hold on. Oh, generate an image. Sorry. I'm going to click on generate an image. I completely forgot. Now, if you chose create a connection, it's okay. I can delete this by clicking on it. Let me just close this for just a second. I can delete it by left clicking on it, and I can delete the module and come back and add it again. And then I can choose the one that I really want. We're going to generate an image. Generate an image. Okay. Once I click on generate an image, this is the first thing that's going to pop up. Okay. So for generate an image, it has the OpenAI connection, which is the only thing that we need right now because you should hopefully be logged in. It's asking for the prompt. And when I click my mouse into the prompt field, notice that my Google spreadsheet is there. What? I'm going to click on the word value, and the word value is going to pop up into that box. Dun, dun, dun. And it's literally on the back end going to get it from that A2 field that you set up before. Okay. So prompt value. The size is going to be 10 by 24, 1024 by 1024. The response is going to be a URL, and the N is going to be a 1. Okay, that's the number of images. We just wanted to create one image. Okay, so you should have the word value because you clicked on it from the Google Spreadsheets image when you clicked in the box. Should be in this box. Once you have that, you can click OK. All right, who is still with me and who is not? You can unmute yourselves. I think I've made it so everybody can talk. You can unmute yourself if you're not with me.
Okay, I hit on the wrong thing. I didn't do the generate an image. So I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this, to delete it.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to left click on the image that the OpenAI, and you can scroll down to the words delete module.
Oh, I'm going to left click on it.
Yeah, left click on it, or yeah, right click on it. Sorry, right click on it, and then click on delete a module. I'll do it with you. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this.
Okay, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, I have a new computer, and I really don't know how to delete. Gotta right click on it.
Oh,
okay.
Lord. All right. Well, that is a challenge.
Can I just add another one?
We got to get rid of the one that you have because we're actually going to run the script.
Okay. Let's see.
We got to run the script.
So you said when I do right click on it, it should have a thing where it should have a delete option.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how to do it.
So you can go down to delete a module right there.
Oh,
once you get it.
I got it. Just pushing stuff.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna go back to the OpenAI.
Yep. And
Okay,
generate
now
an image.
Generate an image. All right, got it.
And then you're going to get this box that says prompt, and you're going to put your mouse in there. And once you do, the Google spreadsheet, which was the first thing you added, you're going to click on the word value. And once you click on value, you've populated that field.
You know, I don't have that because what came up was create a connection again.
Well, you selected create a connection instead of, you have to scroll down to it. So just watch my screen for just a second. So I'm gonna delete this, and then I'm gonna click on add, and then I'm going to go to OpenAI, and I'm not going to choose the first one. I'm not. I'm going to choose the fourth one down. You have to move your mouse down to the fourth one.
Okay.
Create a completion is always at the top, and you have create an edit, create a moderation, create an image. So we need to create an image. You need to click on create an image.
I did that, and I keep getting a exclamation point in red. And
that's fine. I do too. You see mine? I have the same thing.
Oh, okay. So
see
where
my
do
screen?
you get? Yeah, I see
Hold on.
it.
Do you see the words generate an image underneath your big screen? Okay, good. You're fine. Now click on the prompt field.
But I don't have that. That's what I keep saying. It doesn't come up. The prompt field.
Okay, so then that means your Google spreadsheet was not potentially created correctly.
Oh.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me back up. All right. So let me just go ahead and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to back all the way up to the beginning.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to. So when you go back to your Google sheet, does it look like this?
Let me go back over to my Google sheet. Yep, it looks like that.
Okay.
And let me see that I put A2.
And does it say the words get a cell underneath the Google sheet?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
Hit okay.
Yep, hit okay. Now we're going to click on the plus.
And
we're going to do OpenAI or add another module.
Wait a minute.
We're going to click on generate an image. And does it look like this?
Generate an image.
Yep.
Yep. No, I keep getting that create a connection box.
Okay, so you need to log into your, click on add. And okay, so once you click on add, then you probably have to do the API key. So let's do that. All right, so let's do the API key. That's the reason why. Thank you for letting me know, because I forgot about your API key. So that's my API key is already there. So let me go ahead and help you with your API key real quick.
That connection thing.
Yep. So we're gonna do the API key first, and then you'll be able to get a prompt. So the first, yep, I forgot a step. All right, so the next thing you're gonna do is we're going to go over to OpenAI. And I'm gonna mute you for just a second because you got a lot of background noise. I don't even know where you are yet.
I'm at home and my husband's watching TV. You can hear it.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna mute you for just a second. All right, so I apologize, guys. I apologize 100%. I forgot to tell you how to do your API connection. So the first thing you need to do your API connection is you got to log into your OpenAI, which is what you did. The second thing you're going to do is once you log into your OpenAI account, over under your icon, your letter for your icon on the right-hand side, you're going to click on that. And so you're clicking on your icon and you're going to go down to the words view API keys. View API keys. Once you go to view API keys, then a new window is going to pop up that says API keys on it. Okay. So on your OpenAI window, not ChatGPT, you're going to go over to, again, under your initial on the right-hand side, you're going to click on View API Keys. Once you click on View API Keys, then you're going to go over to this page. It's going to open up this page. Once you have opened up this page, now you're going to go ahead and click on the words under API Keys, create a secret key. If you want to call this secret key, you know, you can call it whatever you want to. You can call it print on demand automation or POD automation. So you'll know that this is your key that you're using with Make. You can say Make integration if you want to. You know, you can call it whatever you want. And so once you have done that, then you can click on Create Secret Key. All right. It will create your key. You're going to have a window that pops up when you create your key. So when I click on Create Secret Key and I call it Make, sorry, I'm going to call this one Print Training. That's what I'm going to call it. Okay. So Create Key, a window pops up. This window is what you need, and you're going to click on the green two boxes that are laying on top of each other, the green two boxes that are laying on top of each other. Once you have copied those, we're going to go back over to Make. And we're going to paste that API in the box where it says API key. You're going to paste it, click in the box for API key, and you're going to paste it. Once you pasted it, leave it open because you're not done, because you need your organization ID. We're going to go back over to OpenAI. Go ahead and click OK to close the window. And then over next to the words API key, there's a word that says organization way on the left. Way on the left, you're going to click on settings. And then once you click on settings, you're going to highlight the organization ID and copy it, Control C. So highlight it and copy it. And now you're going to go back over to Make, and you're going to paste that organization ID. And now you're going to hit save. And now you should be connected. Do you need me to do that again? Just let me know. I apologize. I did not get you to do that first. So we have to connect our API first before we'll see the prompt. Let me know if you're there. If you're not there, please tell me. If you are there, great. You can unmute yourselves. I'm going to wait.
Okay, do you have to have a paid chat GPT to access that?
No, you just need an OpenAI account.
Oh, maybe I don't have the OpenAI account. I already had a chat GPT.
Okay, so just go to openai.com and just type in the same login ID and password that you have for ChatGPT.
I did that, and I went straight to hit on the API part. Okay,
you have to hit on the API. Yeah, you have to go over to the API. So click on your initials and then click on View Keys. And then once you do that, then you can create a secret key and call it whatever. You can call it Make for right now. And then once you create it, it's going to give you that dialog box. And you're going to copy that key. Then once you've copied the key, you're going to paste that key over in your API key field. You're going to go back to OpenAI. You're going to go over across from the words API keys. Click on settings. Once you click on settings, you're going to see your organization ID. You're going to highlight that. You're going to Control C, copy. You're going to go back to Make, and you're going to paste that in organization ID. Once you have that in organization ID, now you can hit save and you should be fine.
Okay. Something's not working. Hold on.
It's okay if you still have a red message. We haven't done the prompt part yet.
I think my I don't know, my computer is lagging or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it went. Okay.
All right. So
Control.
then, go ahead.
Okay.
Got it?
Not yet, but okay. I'm following.
Just let me know if you're there when you're there. Charlotte, are you
fine.
there? And I don't know who else is on there, but are you guys there? If you are there, the next step is to click in the prompt field. And now when you click in the prompt field, you should see a Google Sheet option. And you're going to click on the value word. Let me know if you're there or not there. Are you there? Is everybody there?
No. Oh, copy.
All right. And then are you there? If you're there, fantastic. We can click on the purple OK and we can move on. And we're going to test what we just did. We're going to see if it's going to generate an image. Dun, dun, dun. So if you got it, let me know, because we're getting ready to execute this thing and see if it generates an image. So do I move on or do I not move on? I'm just waiting for people to respond. I'm waiting for you to tell me, yes, you can move on, or no, I'm not there. All right, I'm going to move on. Please tell me if I'm not okay with that. All right, so the way that we run this is we are going to right click on the OpenAI. So the OpenAI image is this green one over here. It's a lighter color or a sort of a muted green. This is a regular green, and this is more of a deep green or a muted green. So, or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna right click on it, and we see the words run this module only. Once I click on run this module only, it's going to ask me what value am I looking for. Well, the value that I was looking for was the flower, I think. Let me go back and look. Hold on. Forgot to do this one. Hold on. Run this module. There we go. Sorry. So the first one is the Google Sheets. You're going to right click on the Google Sheet. And once you right click on the Google Sheet, you're going to click on run this module only. Once you run this module only, you should have a little thought bubble up here that has a 1 in it. So when you click on run this module only for the Google Sheet, it should have a thought bubble with a 1 in it. This is a thought bubble. It has the little dot, circles, and it's got a 1. The thing about it is when I click on it, there's a whole bunch of technical stuff happening. But the biggest piece of this is that when I click on it, I should see in my output, it says blue flower painting. And if my output says blue flower painting, I am good to go. Because all I needed it to do was I needed the code to pick up the word, the words that I wrote in the spreadsheet, in the database, blue flower painting. Okay. So now that I've done that, I'm going to now go over to OpenAI and I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to click on run this module only. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Oh, come on. It's not finding it. Hold on. Value prompts. Error bundle builder. Error in handling. Hold on. I got an error.
Put it down there. Okay.
See if this makes sense.
No, I did it. Okay. I think. Hold on. We'll see. Okay. I got it. All right. So once I do run this module only for the first one, which is a Google Sheet, and I run the second one, and if I get an error, you can go ahead and click run once on the left-hand side to run both of them, and you should have now 2 thought bubbles with a 1 under each one of them. I'm gonna mute you for just a second. Okay, so I'm looking for responses to see if anybody is lost or if you guys are with me. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the second thought bubble, the little dots and the zeros. And the reason I'm gonna click on it is because now I wanna go see what picture it actually is creating, because this is the first time it's gonna create an image for us. So I'm gonna click on expand. And once I click on expand, I'm going to copy this URL and I'm going to paste it so I can try and open it. Now, if it doesn't open that way, oh, it opened. That's the image that it created based on what I put in my cell. So I only use 3 words. You could use 2 words, whatever, but your program should have generated an image for you. And the way you go find the image that it generated is, again, you click on the thought bubble. Once you click on the thought bubble, you have an output section that's down here. I'm going to go ahead and you see the input section. It is getting a blue flower painting. And it's going to respond with the URL to the blue flower painting. If I click on the plus sign to expand and expand again, here's my URL. This is the URL that it created. And I can copy this URL to see my image. So I'll start with beginning of the URL to the end, Control C to copy the entire URL. Because the goal is for it to produce an image for you. And this is what it produced for me. So did anybody not get an image? Because hopefully you did. And that is how you find the image based on what I just did. So now we have an input source, which is the spreadsheet. Is saying, this is what I want you to produce. And of course, we're not just going to have one thing in there, but for starters, we're just testing it to make sure it works. And when we run this, we're saying, go over to ChatGPT and create me an image, which is what you did. Create me an image is what you chose. And we connected our API to ChatGPT so that the spreadsheet and OpenAI can talk to each other and produce an image for me. I can see my image by clicking on the 1. and the thought bubble, little one, and then I expand the one and the one, and I get my URL pasted and I can see it. So I have my first design created using automation. Okay. If you're not with me, tell me so that because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a title and a description. And if you're giving up, don't give up. I don't want you to give up. I want this to work for you. If you got a message, then it could be that the software is saying, you know, if you use ChatGPT on a regular basis, you may have to pay for part of it. And I ended up having to pay tonight only because I think my VAs have used it a lot. And so the way that I paid, just sharing, I don't even remember what I did. I think I went over to, I looked at pricing, but it took me somewhere else. So I ended up going to, yeah, I can leave that. I ended up going over to, I think, billing or something, and I paid for like a maximum of $30. So I could use the tool unlimited without any problems. You could choose to do that as well. Manage account, pricing, help, log out, billing. So over on billing, I added a card and I set a limit that I didn't want to go over, you know, $30. So I set limits and I didn't want to go over $30 to play with this. And I only had to do that. Having trouble with the API. All right. Okay. Sorry. All right. Well, I don't know, Charlotte, if you're still with me, or if Hazel or if Lou, if any of you are still with me, but I hope that you are. So I'm going to move on to the next part, the next step. The next thing is, if we got our picture, we can't see it, but we can go to the URL and paste it, and then we can see it. We're going to go ahead and add another module. So we've connected our spreadsheet to OpenAI. We logged into OpenAI. We added our API key, and then we asked it to create an image for us. And we clicked on Run Once, and it worked. The next thing is to go ahead and click on OpenAI, add another module. So we're going to add another module. We're going to click on OpenAI, and the next thing after that is create a completion. Create a completion. We're going to ask it to create a title for us, and we're going to ask it to create a description. But the first thing is the title. So it's asking for the first part of it. It should automatically connect to my OpenAI connection. It's already there because of the API. It should say create a prompt completion. So it popped up automatically. I didn't even have to click on anything. It popped up on its own. The module that you're going to be using is Text DaVinci 003. Text DaVinci 003. And the prompt that you're going to give it is, in this example, I think we're giving it a title. So this is where you're actually going to type out text for the prompt. You're going to type out text. So I'm going to go back to what I wrote over here, and I'm just going to go grab what I suggested. So my text for this prompt is, that's the image, title, description. I said, come up with the name of a female artist from 1970. Female, artist from 1970. So I'm going to go back. That's my prompt. This is where you're giving it some level of instruction. And so because I need to give it instruction, I'm telling it what I want it to do. And I have to click on Show Advanced Settings. The reason I have to put in Show Advanced Settings is because I need to say, what's the max number of characters I want you to use to give me a title for this product. Okay, so I'm going to say 50 characters. You can do 75, just depends on what platform you're listing on. You can do 100. Okay, and you could put more words than what I put to give it a really rich title. So I've got a simple title here, and we don't see the title yet. We're just giving the AI a prompt to execute something. And then for the temperature, I'm just going to go ahead and put 1. I'm going to be honest. The default is 1. I don't know that I 100% understand that part yet, but 1 has never gone wrong for me. And then I'm going to go ahead and the top P, I'm going to also put 1. Again, the default is 1. And then how many of these do I want it to give me? I just want it to give me 1 title. Okay. I'm going to leave the echo at empty, and I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Once I click OK, again, I should have my thought bubble for under Google Sheets. I should have a thought bubble under OpenAI. Now, if I click on this for, if I right click on it and click on run this module only, it should give me another thought bubble for a title. So I see that I have a thought bubble that popped up once I click on run this module only. If I click on that, I have, input number 1, input number 2. I want to go out to choices, and I'm going to choose. And the thing that it gave me was Thelma Houston. So I probably should have said a painting artist from the 1970s. But okay, it gave me something. So the key is that I actually got something, and I didn't just get nothing. So that's pretty cool. But it did give me an artist name. So next time I will say not a musical artist. I want a painting artist, and I want to, and it wasn't that I really wanted a painting artist. I really don't care. I'm really just trying to see if I can get the AI to respond. So when you get to the place where you're ready to create a title, you can say, give me the title for a blue canvas painting, watercolor painting with, that, I don't know. I can't think of any words right now, but you'll type something out in word form to give the AI instruction on how to create the title. So they gave me a name of a person, which is fine. Okay. And so now I have a title. Not that I'm going to work with that title, but that's okay. And so I have another thought bubble. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to give me a description. So I'm going to click on add a module. Once I click on add a module, I'm going to click on OpenAI ChatGPT, and I'm going to click on create a completion. Again, this time, it's already connected. I'm still going to create a prompt completion. And I'm going to also still choose Text DaVinci 003. I'm going to go ahead and click on Show Advanced Settings. And now I need it to give me a description based on this value. So I've already written something that I was going to paste into the chat for you guys. And so I'm going to go here. And I'm saying, create a product description for a canvas painting that is 300 characters or less. And I'm going to say a blue canvas painting, but we're going to go back over once I've got my text. So you want to have some prompts ready to go. So create a product description for a blue canvas painting of, and then I'm going to, where I had the value, I'm going to go ahead and add this prompt, because whatever is in that field, I want it to grab that. And I want it to be 300 characters or less, and I want them to add some hashtags. This is what I'm going to use in the description. I won't use the hashtags though, but this will be the description of my product. So I have a title for my product, and I have a description for my product here in a second. It's going to ask me how many characters I am willing to let it write. I'm going to say 300. And again, I expanded, clicked on Show Advanced Settings. Show Advanced Settings. I'm going to click on one for the temperature, one for the, and I just wanted to give me one description. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And now I'm going to right click on this, and I'm going to say run this module only. Now, because I've said value, it doesn't know what to do yet, so that's okay. So when it gives me that, I don't know what you want me to put here, I'm just going to go ahead and say run all of this. So this blue or purple button here, click on run once, and it's going to execute every single one of these steps to extract the information from the spreadsheet, create me an image, create me a title, create me a description. Okay, so let's go see what it did. It's getting the information from the spreadsheet, which is the blue flower painting. So I don't have to go click on that. I'm going to click on the magnifying glass, and I'm going to go ahead and click on data, and I want to see what new flower it created this time. Because every time you click on run once, it literally will create a brand new image for you. So let's go see what the next image is. So, oh, didn't copy that right. Hold on. Okay, I have to get it this way. So if you ever get that where it's not copying the image in right, copying the URL in right, you can click on this little download here, and I'm going to download the output bundles. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the URL without the quotes. So ignore the first quote, go all the way to the end because evidently it's long. And you don't want the last quote either. I'm going to do Control C. So all I did was click on this little drop down. Once I clicked on the thought bubble, I clicked on this little download. And then once I clicked on download, I click on download output. And I'm going to just copy the URL without the quotes. So let's go see what picture it created. That's the new painting. So that's the next blue flower painting that the AI created for me. If I wanted it to be more Art Deco, you can include that. If I want it to be more Renaissance, I could say that. If I wanted it to be more clip art, I could say that. If I wanted to be more animated, I could say that. I could say so many different things to get different types of blue flower paintings. So you can get as descriptive as you want to get a completely different image. So now I have two images, this one and this one, that the AI created for me. Not that they're beautiful or anything. I just want to make sure that the AI is actually generating stuff. Okay, so step number 2, it generated an image. Step number 3, let's see if it gave me a new title, if it gave me a different person this time. Again, that was totally my fault. So this time it gave me Aretha Franklin. Again, it's going after musical artists instead of painting artists. So I could come back to this one and rewrite the prompt so that I could get, something different. I could not even include artists. I could say, something else for the title and have it write brand new titles. And then for the description, I should have a brand new description. I click on the thought bubble. I go down to choices. I click on the one, and it says, this is a vibrant original work of art, botanical, beautiful blue canvas, blah, 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 blah. And it's giving me up to 300 words. So now all I need is I've got the image, I've got the title, the name, and I've got the description. This, these artist names that it's giving me are really supposed to be your title. Typically, your listing titles are going to be anywhere from 75 to 100 characters. So again, what I wrote was not good, but you get the idea that I'm automating this entire process using AI. So the first part is having your database input spreadsheet. And we only put one thing in the cell. You literally could go down the entire column saying all the products that you wanted to create. And so the next thing is you have to connect your API so that you can create your image. So you connect the API to OpenAI. And then once you connect it, then you want to go through the process of running the script to make sure that it actually creates a picture. Then the next one is to come up with the prompt text for a title for the picture that it's going to generate. So you've got to remember what you put in the spreadsheet over here. And remember that when you get to the last one, that it's going to create a description based on what you put in the spreadsheet, because we're going to use the prompt that we had before. I'm going to stop talking for just a second, and I just want to see who's still with me. Or did I lose anybody? You can talk, you're unmuted, and you can talk to me. I don't know if you guys are asleep or not, but this is what I will say. If you got this far, then you're more than halfway there, because you needed to create the design for you. You needed to create the title. You needed to create the description. Now the next part is just connecting it to whatever print-on-demand provider you're going to work with and making that work for you. So when you look at the list, if I click on add another module, I can go through and I can see what's available. As you can see with, I wanted to say Integrament, but with Make, you have a lot of options here, a lot of options that you can do integration. This is not all print on demand, trust me, it's not, because they have a lot of different integrations for different things. But you can look here and see what's available. So I've got Printify and Printful. So if you have a Printful account, we can do this exercise with Printful. If you have a Printify account, we can do this exercise with Printify. If you have a specific provider that you really like, you can check to see if they're already here. Let's see if Gelato is here. I don't think so. Gelato. Nope, I don't see them. So right now I can clearly see that Printful and Printify have a connection under Make, and you can use that to automate your print-on-demand business. We just created automated images, descriptions, and titles. We did, even though the title part really sucked, but we did it. Now the next part is to connect it. So I will record a video to connect that, or if you guys want to meet again, I can send you a meeting request and we can meet to do the connection to your Printful and Printify.
Let's meet again. Let's
meet
meet again. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll send you a meeting request for next Thursday at the same time. And for those who want to show up, fantastic. If you don't, you just get the recording in your back office. We'll try to trim some of the dead air out of this one because I know there was a lot of dead air because I was pausing, but I want to make sure that everybody was following me, because if you can get this part done, the next part is you only have 2 more steps. You literally only have 2, maybe 3 steps left, and you have automated your business. So the key will be what you put into this spreadsheet, what you put into the column, and then you can, add additional stuff. But whatever you put into your spreadsheet, this is the correct spreadsheet. Whatever you put into the spreadsheet, that's what this process is going to generate for you. And then, we just have the whole send it over to Printify or Printful and let them do the automatic order fulfillment.
I think I'll have to set up a coaching session with you to go over what we went over tonight.
Okay, that's fantastic.
I'm still old.
That's okay. And if any of you want to set up a session, you're more than welcome to do that. I am happy to sit down with you. And I even thought about, I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, literally for Q4, like hosting a live session. So for everybody, if I do host it, I'm just going to say it right now. If I do host it and you want to come out to create your Q4 print-on-demand products using AI and automation, you guys can come for free. All you have to do is just pay for your airfare and your hotel, and you can come to that class for free whenever I host it. So I'm just inviting everybody who signed up for the class. If you want to come, you can come for free. I just haven't decided yet. I got to figure out the window in which to host it, but then that way we can do a hands-on. Now it's later. I don't want you to wait that late. Let me just say, I don't want you to wait that late. I don't. I want you to go back over this class and get this set up so that you can allow AI to automatically create some print-on-demand products for you. So don't wait that late. If I host it, it's probably not going to be till August or September because my schedule is just insane right now. So, all right. That's where we're going to stop, and then we'll continue to the next step. So at least get this far, and we'll meet again next week, and we will attach the last half of it. And then we'll talk about other ways in which you can use AI to help you. But the key is to get the prompts right. Okay, we'll say good night for now. Thanks so much. I hope this was helpful. I'm excited. I hope you are too.
Good night.
Good night.